All right, good morning, everybody. Melissa here. It is Mother's Day. This is such an amazing day. Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. When you are a mother of five, motherhood hits you much harder as far as this day. I mean, it is a huge day. Huge for me, okay? So it's also a huge day because I remember my grandmother for Mother's Day, my grandmother on the holidays with all her kids. I mean, 10 kids. The weight really goes on the holiday when you have a lot of kids. And I think that's the way it should be. That's the way holidays should be. It should be a huge weight on families. Um, so yesterday, last night I was at work and I saw we had a lot of families at work. We had a lot of little babies and a lot of mothers and fathers out. So there was this one little cutie. Usually when I see babies, my heart melts. I'm like, oh, look at that little baby. Makes me want more. So there was this one little cutie who was in a high chair, and I asked his mom how old he was, and he was one, and I said, hi, hi, and he gave me this huge, like, toothless smile. He was so cute, and his cheeks puffed up, and he was just adorable. And he put his hand out, and he wanted to touch me. And I'm like, my hands are dirty. I'm sorry, I can't touch you. And he was just the cutest little thing, and his dad was smiling, and his mom, and I'm like, Happy Mother's Day, and just the cutest little thing. And he was a dark little baby, and he reminded me of my Vinny a little bit, my son Vincent. Dark skin when he was born, and my husband and I were like, wow, he's dark. And um there's Indian in my family, and then I had a blonde, right? And so my second one was a blonde, and people were like, were you with the milkman, Melissa? And come to find out, my husband's father at that time, we found out that when he was little, he was blonde, and my grandfather was blonde when he was little, which I didn't know. Um, so my second son, Goldilocks blonde hair. Loved the color of his hair. Loved it. My firstborn, cutest little baby. I mean, all my babies were beautiful, and I am not being biased saying that. Every single one of them was perfect and beautiful. And this little guy, there was probably a little competition with the memories of mine because he was really cute. He was a super cute baby, little guy. And so I mean, you just love these little ones, right? You just love them. And women who are pregnant, I think they're absolutely beautiful. So you want that different mentality, ladies. You don't want to think, oh, I'm fat. You want to think, what a beautiful stage I'm in. I'm glowing. There's a picture of me, and I didn't have a lot of pictures of me, with my sons when I was pregnant and stuff. But there is a picture of me with my second son, and I am glowing. I've just got my, fingers up how many months I am. I think I had like 8 months on my hands. I didn't even look very big. And yeah, I remember so many memories, guys. My little firstborn, I just put a video up. I used to rock him and play You Are My Sunshine. He was everything to me. And I really felt needed, and I really felt like I had purpose in life once I had him. And I loved having him. And then my second one, I just sung Amazing Grace to him a lot. He was my Christmas baby. All my babies are holiday babies. My firstborn was born right near Father's Day, Christmas. My third one was born on Veterans Day. My fourth one, Palm Sunday. My fifth one, like um, Thanksgiving, right? So they're all holiday babies, right around the holidays. So they are gifts. They are all gifts, and even when they're older, they strengthen you. I don't think there's any regret as I'm older to look back and be like, what did I do with my life? I gave my life to my kids and my husband. And I don't think when you look back and you live that well, And I worked very hard too. I worked very hard to bring in every single resource to meet all the needs of my family constantly, whether it was spiritual, emotional, physical, financial, whatever. We lived very frugally, and I'm not as frugal as I used to be sometimes, but we lived very frugally. We lived very well. Once we had the house, we had more money. We did a lot that we wanted to do. But there were good times and there were harder times financially, and the finances didn't really have to play a part in how well the quality of our life was, because you can live on very little or you can live on more and still have a good life. It's all in how you do things and how you think and what your values are. So don't be afraid to have kids. You're going to look back on your life one day, and as I'm getting older, I still have a lot of time to do what I want, but I can look back and say no regrets. And then one day when I'm old and in a rocking chair and I can't move and people take me where probably I don't want to go, I will have no regrets looking back at my sons. They're like the arrows that you shoot out into the world, and they bring you, they're your strength, right? They're your strength. So he who has an arrow full, I think it says in the Psalms, is blessed. Really, ladies, the more you have, the better your life will be. And I really believe that you don't have to have kids to have a good life, but I believe in motherhood. The more you have, the more experience you get, the more your life is full. And it doesn't mean that there's not hard times. I mean, I just had a son that was missing, and he's back, and that was difficult. That was something I thought I lost him. I mean, Brooklyn, New York, without an ID, he could have easily gone missing and no one would have known. So I did let the detective know yesterday, and he's like, just get him to. He's like, that's wonderful. What a great Mother's Day gift. And he's like, just get him to the police station next week so we can take him out of the national database. So sometimes some of your sons need a little extra help in life, and some of them don't. I have one who extremely independent. He doesn't need a thing. He's always been very independent. He's never needed anything, but I still like to, bless him and talk to him. And they're all different. They all got their own personalities, and they all got their own way of living their life. So having sons, as a mother of 5 sons, I am blessed. I mean, 5 sons. The time I had my last one, I was like, okay, I'm ready for a girl. I was scared to death of having a girl. I really was. I'm like, oh my goodness, me and my mom, I don't know how to have a relationship with a daughter, right? And then once I got here, I got two little girls I fell in love with, who I feel like they were like my girls. So don't be afraid of motherhood, whether it's girls or boys. You will go through stuff, and you can hold on tight to your faith. Happy Mother's Day, guys.